Well, it's time now to answer your legal questions. So go ahead and give us a call or a text at 256-536-0077. I'm joined by our friend Michael Timberlake over at Timberlake, League and Brooks. And first of all, thank you for coming in today.
Well, sure, no problem. We got our sleeves rolled up.
Exactly.
We're here to talk about, big things.
Yes, and we are talking about fireworks safety, 4th of July on the 4th. We just heard that it's going to be a clear, nice day, so people are going to act crazy, I know.
Well, I just hope people can control themselves. It is that time of year, and fireworks are always, part of the celebration. And but everybody needs to keep in mind that there's a number of things you can do to make sure, one, you don't get arrested or get fined, or hurt someone else or hurt yourself. So in general, basically, in our area, most cities have an ordinance that says fireworks displays or any kind of fireworks are off limits, illegal in the city limits. What that means is if they catch you doing it, they can write you a fine. You have to go down to court, show up, and explain to the judge why you were violating the city ordinance, and then he will likely, make you pay a fine. If you refuse to abide by the law enforcement's instructions not to discontinue your fireworks display, then they will arrest you, take you to jail, and you get to hang out there until you can bond out. And then you have to go explain to the judge why you were shooting fireworks, why you disregard the officer, and then pay a bigger fine. If there's alcohol involved, that gets a little more weird. So just make sure that if you're going to partake in fireworks, that you're either doing it enjoying it at a licensed display, they're going to be all over town, or you can, in the county areas, typically fireworks are allowed. It's been nice and wet this year, so we don't have a burn ordinance. So more than likely, it's going to be legal to light fireworks in the county. If you're doing that, make sure you do it safely. Make sure you do it in a manner where the spectators are far enough away so that if something goes wrong, they don't get hurt. And make sure that you wear, eye protection, hand protection. Take the appropriate steps to make sure you're safe when you're lighting fireworks.
That is so smart. Now, we just got a text message.
Okay,
I do want to see, I don't have a name, but they said that they just want to know what rights does an employee have if an employer fires them with no reason. Is Alabama a fire at will state?
Alabama is what we call a fire at will or termination at will state. You can be hired or fired for good reason, bad reason, or no reason in Alabama. They don't have to tell you why they're firing you. They can just say, we're going to let you go. Under those circumstances, you really don't have much recourse unless you can prove that you were terminated based upon a constitutionally protected, criteria, which is race, color, sex, creed, national origin. Those types of things you can have claims for, but they don't have to tell you why they're firing you, and they can make up a reason. So it's really hard to prevail in any kind of claim like that. Now, if there's a contract for employment, it's a different story. You have a contract for employment that sets out the terms, and it is not necessarily makes it, you would not be subject to the termination at will statute or the law in that situation. You can, file suit under the terms of the contract.
And I do have a caller on the line
right
now. Caller, if you can go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm Chris. I'm calling about doctor canceling my.
So if a doctor has canceled your appointment,
Yes.
And have they canceled you as a patient or just moved your appointment?
I've been seeing them for almost 6 years, and the doctor's office administrative staff said that I did not have any more further approvals to see her.
Okay.
But I kept calling since February every day saying, when's my new appointment? And I have a piece of paper in my possession saying that they'll cover it. They said they never got that piece of paper. I then called the insurance carrier at the time, and they said, oh, they got it because we had them sign for it.
Okay.
So I don't know why but they said they're entitled to cancel based on non-payment, but it was all paid.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of payment and insurance, that's, it's going to be a case-by-case basis. In general, though, a medical provider does not have any obligation to see a patient. They can, basically say, hey, I no longer want to be your doctor, as long as they provide you proper notice or just notice that that's what they want to do, and it's not a life-threatening situation. They can send you to the emergency room or send you to emergency care to deal with that problem. So they have some leeway to say, hey, we don't want to continue this relationship, just like you would have the ability to say, hey, I'm going to go see another doctor.
And I do believe that we have another caller on the line.
Okay, great.
Can you go ahead with your question?
We don't want to continue this relationship, just like you would have
Hello?
the ability to say, hey, I'm going to. And you got a question?
We'd love to answer it.
We're on a.
I guess, well, that's all right.
Well, that's all right.
Stuff
Well,
like that
so
happens.
basically, with doctors, I know it's a delicate situation, and of course, the office wants to be paid, and they can't, operate their business for free. You would think they would give them some grace under the circumstances, but in a legal standpoint, they're not required to.
Right.
If you do have a complaint about the care that you're receiving or the billing situation with a particular doctor's office, you can contact the medical administration, the state of Alabama, or the medical board, the Alabama. Trying to remember the acronym, but it's the Alabama Medical Board, and there is a complaint form on their website you can fill out to tell them about the situation. And if they have not complied with the regulations, then they will be, they'll address it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. As always, you have great advice. If you had a question that you want answered and we didn't get to it, go to the blog because it may already be over there. That's at law-injury.com/blog. Again, I want to thank you, Michael, for coming on and sharing your expertise with us. If you have a question that you want to get answered, just go ahead and give them a call at Timberlake, League, and Brooks.
All right.